How did you stand up for someone who was clearly being discriminated against in school? Alex was the first kid to talk to me when I transferred to my new high school. Not because he had to. He just waved me over at lunch and cracked a joke about how the cafeteria pizza could double as roofing material. Smart, quick, sarcastic. He also happened to use a wheelchair after a car accident freshman year. What shocked me wasn't Alex. It was how teachers treated him like he was furniture. At first, I thought I was imagining it. Mrs. Benson would ask questions. Alex raised his hand, and she'd call on literally anyone else. Mr. Howard stacked important handouts on the top shelf like he was running an obstacle course. And Coach Dean? During health class, he actually muttered that Alex's limitations made him a liability in group work. But the fire drill in October broke me. The elevator had been out for weeks. When the alarm went off, everyone filed outside. Alex was stuck upstairs, wheels locked in place while kids streamed past. I asked Coach Dean what the plan was, and he shrugged. What do you want me to do? Carry him down? Alex just sat there, silent, shoulders tight. That was the moment I realized this wasn't bad luck. It was a system designed to ignore him. So I started speaking up. Next time Benson skipped over him in class, I raised my hand and said, actually, Alex already had the answer. The whole room turned to him. He gave it, nailed it. She looked annoyed but couldn't argue. When Howard stacked papers too high, I asked loudly, why are these out of reach when we literally have a student in a wheelchair right here? A couple kids laughed nervously, but Howard looked like he swallowed a lemon. And Coach Dean? I went nuclear on him. During group projects, he kept making digs at Alex. So I stood up and said, if his wheelchair's a limitation, maybe your teaching is too. The room went dead silent. Alex's smirk after. Worth it. Word spread fast. Other students started backing Alex up. One kid shoved the maintenance cart out of the way when it blocked the library ramp. Another started saving him front row seats so teachers couldn't block his view. Suddenly, Alex wasn't alone anymore. Then came the turning point. During a big school assembly, Dean was on stage giving his usual lecture about teamwork and responsibility. Right in the middle, Alex raised his hand and asked, so when the fire alarm goes off, who's responsible for me? Because my team leaves me upstairs. The auditorium went silent. Dean stammered something about working on a plan, but by then kids were whispering, filming, posting clips. It spread. By Monday, the story was everywhere. Students demanding the school fix accessibility issues, parents emailing, local disability advocates tagging the district online. What I started as a few loud comments had snowballed into an entire movement. Investigators came, real ones, clipboards, cameras. They measured ramps, inspected bathrooms, and interviewed students. And when they asked for specific examples, Alex had a line of classmates ready to testify. Not just me, dozens. Within 2 weeks, Benson and Howard were reassigned. Dean retired early. The school board rushed through new policies, repairing elevators, reopening the accessible bathrooms, clearing blocked ramps. And for the first time in school history, they created a student accessibility advocate position. Alex was the obvious choice. Watching him roll across the stage at graduation as valedictorian, with the district superintendent shaking his hand and the old teachers watching from the crowd, was poetic justice. But the best part? When he started his speech, he looked right at me in the front row, smirked, and said, and to Coach Dean, don't worry, I made it down the stairs just fine.